So you want to be a full-stack developer? Translation: you want to do two people's jobs for the salary of one. Before you dive headfirst into learning 10 frameworks at once, let's actually figure out what full stack means, why people chase it, and whether it should be your career move or just a phase. Full stack is basically working on both the front end and the back end of an application. On the front end, you're dealing with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and usually a framework like Angular or Vue. On the back end, you'll touch Node, Python, or Java, plus databases like Postgres or MongoDB, and maybe some cloud or container work. The appeal is obvious. Full stack developers can do a little bit of everything, which makes them especially useful in small teams or startups where there aren't enough people to divide roles. You can build an entire app alone, prototype fast, and avoid bottlenecks since you don't need to wait for someone else to handle their part. Freelance gigs love full stack people too, since clients often want one person to manage the whole thing. On top of that, you gain a broad understanding of how systems connect, which makes it easier later if you want to specialize. But here's the thing: the tech landscape is massive. Front-end frameworks update every 6 months. Back-end practices evolve constantly, and cloud services multiply like rabbits. Keeping up with both sides can leave you stretched thin, basically a textbook example of jack of all trades, master of none. Companies sometimes prefer hiring a deep specialist for advanced roles rather than a generalist. And from my experience, context switching between CSS bugs and SQL queries all in one afternoon is a fast track to burnout. If you still want to dive in, focus on learning one front-end stack and one back-end stack well instead of spreading yourself too thin. A practical combo is React on the front end, Node.js or Python for back end, and Postgres as your database. Learn how to set up and call APIs, understand authentication basics like JWT, and get comfortable with Git and deployment using something like Docker and a cloud provider. You don't need to know everything. You need to know how to get one solid project working from end to end, so who should actually pursue full stack? If you love variety and want to see the big picture, it's a great fit. If you'd rather go deep and become world-class in one area, say databases, security, or machine learning, you're probably better off specializing. It also depends on where you want to work. Startups and smaller companies value full stack a lot more, while bigger companies often silo roles into narrower tracks. Now let's get to the most important part.
Money!
Full stack salaries are solid, usually sitting in a comfortable mid to high range depending on your experience, location, and negotiation skills, of course. But being just full stack doesn't automatically make you rich. Pairing broad skills with depth in one specialized area often gets you the best pay and the most interesting projects. That's the truth about full stack. It's exciting, it's messy, and it's in demand. Just don't try to learn everything, or you will probably never get good at anything. Pick a stack, build something, and see if this life is for you. And speaking of building things from start to finish, you should check out Impromptu AI, the sponsor of today's video. If you're a developer who's tired of spending weeks building AI features from scratch, Impromptu gives you the complete AI application stack: RAG, LLM ops, automatic optimization, and real backends, without writing a single line of code. For example, I wanted to create an invoice processing app, but I didn't want to go through the hassle of designing and coding the backend, front-end, and database myself. Instead, I just typed what I wanted in Impromptu's build section and answered a few questions to lock in the scope of my app. After some quick processing, the handy project summary section gave me a complete spec sheet of my application up front. Once I confirmed it matched what I wanted, all I had to do was click the build button, and within a few minutes, I had an entire app ready for deployment. One feature I really like about Impromptu is that you can further optimize your app to guarantee that, unlike other AI-built apps, it won't break in production, since Impromptu.ai can deliver 98% accuracy. For developers, this is honestly AI app development that's 100 times easier. You get the complete stack, production-ready features, and reliability, without the complexity of managing LLM operations yourself. So what are you waiting for? Build production-ready, robust AI apps with 20% off by using the code CODEHEAD in the link below. Thank you for sitting through yet another tech rant, and if you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe to become a fellow Codehead.